This story revolves around a little girl named Maya, whose innocence and kindness have the power to change the world. On a freezing winter day, while everyone else was preoccupied with their lives, Maya noticed a homeless, hungry man sitting alone. With a heart full of compassion, she offered him a simple sandwich, a small act of kindness that sparked hope in his life. What seemed like a small gesture became the catalyst for a much larger transformation, proving that even the tiniest seed of kindness can grow into something extraordinary. Hi everyone, welcome to Kindness Talks. Today I'm excited to share a new story with you. It was one of those winter mornings when the cold seemed to seep into your bones, no matter how many layers you wore. 8-year-old Maya clutched her small lunch bag as she walked to school, her brown curls tucked under a knitted pink hat. The bus stop was bustling, but Maya's attention was elsewhere. Across the street, an old man sat slumped on a bench, wrapped in a tattered coat that barely protected him from the icy wind. Maya had seen him before. He was always there, sitting in silence, with a cardboard sign that read, "Hungry. Please help." Her mother had told her not to talk to strangers, but something about the man tugged at her heart. As the bus arrived and her classmates boarded, Maya made a decision. She pulled out her sandwich, a simple peanut butter and jelly she had made herself that morning, and crossed the street. Her small hands trembled as she held it out to him. "Here," she said softly, her voice barely audible over the wind. The man looked up, his pale blue eyes wide with surprise. "For me?" he asked, his voice hoarse. Maya nodded. "You need it more than I do." The man hesitated, then took the sandwich with both hands as if it were a priceless gift. "Thank you," he whispered, his voice cracking. Maya smiled shyly and hurried back to the bus. She didn't tell anyone what she had done. It was her secret, a small act of kindness that made her heart feel warm despite the cold. That night, as Maya sat at the dinner table with her mom and little brother, she couldn't stop thinking about the man. She wondered where he would sleep, if he would have enough to eat. Her mother noticed her distraction. "Is everything okay, Maya?" she asked. Maya hesitated but decided not to say anything. "I'm fine," she replied, forcing a smile. The next morning started like any other. Maya was getting ready for school when there was a knock at the door. Her mother opened it to find 2 police officers standing on the porch. "Good morning, ma'am," one of them said. "We're looking for Maya Johnson." Maya froze in the hallway, her heart pounding. Her mother turned to her, concern etched on her face. "Maya, what's going on?" The officer knelt to Maya's eye level and smiled gently. "Don't worry, sweetheart. We're not here because you're in trouble. We just need to talk to you about something important." Confused and scared, Maya stepped forward. I didn't do anything wrong," she stammered. The officer nodded. "We know, Maya. Yesterday, you gave a sandwich to a man at the bus stop, right?" Maya's eyes widened. "Yes. Is he okay?" The officer's smile grew warmer. "He's more than okay, thanks to you. That man, Mr. Arthur Hayes, came to the station last night. He said your kindness reminded him that people still care. He hasn't had much to smile about in a long time, but you changed that. He wanted us to find you and thank you." Maya's mother looked at her, tears welling in her eyes. "Maya, is this true?" Maya nodded slowly, her cheeks flushing. "I just thought he was hungry." The other officer spoke up. "Mr. Hayes asked us to give you this." He handed Maya a folded piece of paper. Inside was a simple note in shaky handwriting, "Thank you for seeing me. You gave me hope." Along with the note was a crumpled $5 bill. Maya clutched the note, tears streaming down her face. "I don't need the money," she whispered. Her mother hugged her tightly. "It's not about the money, sweetheart. It's about what you did. You made a difference." Word spread quickly about Maya's act of kindness. Her story was shared at her school, and soon, the local news picked it up. People in the community began organizing to help Mr. Hayes and others like him. Donations of food, clothing, and shelter poured in, inspired by the actions of one little girl. For Maya, it wasn't about the attention. It was about the man on the bench who reminded her of something her mother always said: no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Every day after that, Maya walked to school with an extra sandwich in her bag, just in case she met someone who needed it more than she did.